kwa kutemoge ni kusema bariani. Ama haki, pesa patikani. Hapa ndani na kwa chukeo mani. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Eti nikiwa na wewe, 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 unanipa kiwewe, kiwewe, kiwewe. Eti nikiwa na wewe, 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 unanipa kiwewe, kiwewe, kiwewe. Vile unabamba na sabe yangu imepanda na vipindari Uganda ngozi kwa umepigwa anda. Umenimada na hapa nimekwama siwezi fanya ile banda kukutoka nikihana. Hauna license udeni drive crazy. Ukapata accidents nikakudegi. Mwenye raise confidence kama ya pedi. Nina akili mob kwa kichwa na sina dregi. Ukizama that's depends na kama Messi. Nadai kuziroll kwa Benz ama kwa Bentley. Sizi choma picha nikisema niko friendly. Nikuandika kwa picha siku jo unaweza exist. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Nifema umenioja, umenifanya sijiwezi. Eti nikiwa na wewe, tukibonga budu utafungiwa ndani ya casket. Suspect bangi kitupa kwa ploti sio ma suspect. It's like I'm on a plane nigga you ain't catch it. Napenda mzigo na choro toka panda your plus.
Yeah, suspect. Ya habi kwa chona simu familia suspect. Denona ni chapia tushabadili bracket. Ya taxes tuliwachaga kubolo na budget. Maisha soft money talk shika accent. Kamati juu ya mawe riba media subject. Ni marathon na mnashindana nani fastest. The madness nafta miezi 7 kwani pastest. Kusaulika na kusonga na wakati. Studio kuna piko kama balkoni ya upati. Na wapasi wako njana wanabambanya ya manchi. Mipa kuwa mtosi wanagawanya mabakshi. Pewa moja pewa mbili za lunches. Na wingi wa mate nikitema ina happen. Funga hati kwa finali kama Kylian Mbappe. Nifemi uno si wawili ni mjaste.
Suspect TV kipote kwa ploti singo ma suspect. Super ratchet body form perfect. Tukibonga budu utafungiwa ndani ya casket. Suspect bangi kitupa kwa ploti singo ma suspect. It's like I'm on a plane nigga you ain't catch it. Napenda mzigo na choro toka panda your plus. Squeezy na kula table moja na bosses. They can't beat me wanataka to join forces. Wanaforce sana ndo iwe profit na nipate losses. Adwaka ndo sana kula hiyo fruit ya trust the process. Wanajua amwini nimetoka chini na nimebeba upini. Karapa ina maganji brondo usakiri ni au marapa finiki. Wanauliza ni nini niko kazini jinomeno. Post-logo ulimi tight virginity. Sorry if you went out of Katapeli. Kusema ukweli nakumbuka kitambo wakinkejeli. Sa ndio sauti sikike kwa hizo mitambo. You gotta pay me. I had a dream an angel told me pray and God will never fail me. Boo, military mindset. Kama si pesa haunipati kwenye handset. Vile nachapa kazi lazima nikafunge. Nairobi Nigeria wanashituka funge. Suspect TV kipote kwa ploti singo ma suspect. Super ratchet body form perfect. Tukibonga budu utafungiwa ndani ya casket. Suspect bangi kitupa kwa ploti singo ma suspect. It's like I'm on a plane nigga you ain't catch it. Napenda mzigo na choro toka panda your casket.
Yeah, suspect. Another beat, another murder, mean your suspect. Mosha marapa padeli bila detergent. Incumbent female MC the best under the sunset. Wanadalisha wapewe duve na mattress. Mziki kona wenyewe kompeni heartless. Kitu muhimu uelewe na ngari regardless. Jaribu kunipima wazimu nifanye access. Look ni clean, piga look to kill. Handset in a vibrate na cheki who this be. My check show promoter pick a booking fee. Na flow this week let's trick niko full degree. Then I'm to work at a belly na queen. Matapeli kwa teli na cheki dele na link. Kazi nyepesi kazaneni na nini. Tuko very kwa meli mtangoja sana to sing.
Suspect TV kipote kwa ploti singo ma suspect. Super ratchet body form perfect. Tukibonga budu utafungiwa ndani ya casket. Suspect bangi kitupa kwa ploti singo ma suspect. It's like I'm on a plane nigga you ain't catch it. Napenda mzigo na choro toka panda your plus.
PM to 5 PM. Rythym Scope Show.
Yes, a very good
good evening to all those who are with me right here. Karibuni sana once again to the Rythym Scoop Show. I hope you're enjoying your day so far. Happy December or happy new month. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Rythym Scoop Show. My name is Katie, and of course I am the captain of the show. We started off our show with an amazing jam done by Calvin Kalmax. Actually, it's a brand new. It has been released 2 hours ago by Calvin Kalmax. The jam is Niwewe. We went on to Femi One featuring Caterpillar, and the jam is Suspect. Karibuni sana. I hope we get to enjoy this amazing show. Remember, it's all about arts, entertainment, and culture. And of course, I'm not alone in the studio. I am with my girlies in the building, and yeah, karibuni.
Yes, Wagwan family, welcome back again. And of course, this is the Rythym Scoop Show, arts, entertainment, and culture, brought to you every Monday and Friday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Hope you guys get to enjoy, and of course, keep it interactive. My name is Jody.
What's up, everybody? Karibuni sana. My name is Shmani. Keep it interactive and enjoy this amazing session of the Rythym Scoop Show.
Okay. Yes, we are going back to one more jam. We shall be back with our quotes of the day and get started with our conversations of the day. And today being on a Friday, I love it being very smooth and swift, because we are heading to the weekend. Hakuna mtu anataka pressure, zero pressure. Anyway, we're going back to one more jam. Remember to keep it interactive with us. Remember, we are live and interactive on our media handles. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere at Black Hot Fire Network. Shout out to all those who are with me on the or with us on the radio station, and I hope you are enjoying our show so far. I hope you did get to jam onto those 2 jams over there. And today being on a Friday, let's listen to some Furahi Day. Yes, and remember to come back with your quote of the day.
Boys, she's what? Leo niko na nani jam? Leo niko na nani jam? Niko na ni furahi. Cheka na miko na tuna filboa. Cheka na miko ni bachelor no jaoa. Cheka na miko umekunywa na unakojoa. Usicheke na misa buyema pesa nitatoa. Jamaa leo network blind. Jamsa 11 ndio ilianza. Kwani leo ndio kila mtu piga simu. Ni Friday, siku lazima tuheshimu. Shika mtoto wako mweke karibu nawe. Best yako mnulie pia naye. Mtu akileta noma hapa pikana naye. Manzi akileta maringo choachana naye. Kuta mwingine mwambie nipe nawe. Kibao tusimkazie we. Safi twende ndani ya ndai.
Shout out to Brands, I see you in the building, and hi to you too, Brands. Happy new month to you too, Brands. Karibu sana, Brands. Shout out to Richie Spice.
Ni vacation kuchoma nyama ndio.
Shout out to Wanjeri.
Ripoti ugali ndio usiwake haraka kuchoma.
Kwani mamangu wako ndani ya nyumba.
Furahi ndio tunaanza na mapele. It's okay. Furahi day. It's okay. Furahi day. It's okay. Furahi day. It's okay. Furahi day.
My quote of the day says, cutting off people you consistently disrespect you and your boundaries is the greatest act of love you can show to yourself.
My quote of the day is Happy New Month once again, family, and I wish you a December filled with love, wealth, peace, healing, kindness, progress, blessings, opportunity, and happiness. Especially there for opportunity. That is all I'm literally wishing you towards the end of the year.
Since it's the beginning of the month, my quote of the day is the beginning is the most important part of the work.
Okay, that's your quote of the day.
Kama saa 10 ya jioni, kuna kitu inasumbua rohoni. Niko job, niko ndani ya ofisi, and I'm feeling kind of uneasy.
Shout out to Richie Spice, anasema hiyo sauti yako ni tamu ya nani? You're in the building, Who specifically are you talking about?
Communicate na my friends lakini hata my SMS haziendi. Naangalia nje ya dirisha, magari ndizo hizo. Pampa tu pampa. Hata mtosi ajisikii na kazi. Madem wote ofisi wamevaa mini sketi. Kwani ni nini today? It is okay. It's Friday. It's okay. Friday. It's okay. It's Friday. waleta kawa ngapi ukikamnale matiz mambo safi
Rythym Scope Show.
Yes, welcome back to the Rythym Scope Show. And starting off with our conversations of the day, I want us to start with something that happened yesterday. Pale hivyo JKIA. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Okay, it was happening during this week. Pale hivyo JKIA yesterday. During in the JKIA. This is the biggest it's the international airport we have right here in Kenya, and Wakenya walichoka na KRA, and they stormed past the customs scanner, and the police couldn't manage to contain them.
Actually, I want you, as you talk about that, join the same story with the kanjos that were demolishing the house. I think it was businesses centers.
Yeah,
the same story.
Yeah, it was in town. Which side exactly?
I'm not sure, but it just was stalls being demolished by
Yeah.
kanjos. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, there were since pale hivyo JKIA, we had Kenyans who are tired of the Kenya Revenue Authority waiting for travelers, or waiting for Kenyans who are coming back and unpacking their bags and checking what they have carried for them to tax them. You remember there was this woman who had an expensive perfume in her bag and she was taxed na hakuwa na pesa. You know, she had to leave her things over there just because she has no tax to pay for that. And this is so crazy because now they are saying that if you have if you're carrying something that is more than $500, that is 50,000 Kenyan, almost it's 75,000 Kenyan shillings. And if you're carrying something that is worth more than 75,000 Kenyan shillings, or that has reached 75,000 Kenyan shillings, you have to have an extra 50,000 to give them to them as taxation. And this is crazy because I've seen so many people canceling their flights, those who are living abroad canceling their flights, and now they are not going to celebrate Christmas with their family, because remember during or on December, this is when we see families coming together. It is the festivity season, and we see families or family members coming together and uniting, or maybe catching up, because most of them are somewhere busy working, but they get time to travel back to their families and get to interact. So right now people are canceling their flights to come back to Kenya because there's the KRA agents waiting for them at the JKIA just to arrive and now start checking up on their bags. Nini umebeba, what are you carrying there, for them to tax them. And I feel like this is so bad because now we are going to even chase away our guests, foreign visitors, because if you're waiting for people to land and just check on their bags what they are carrying and tax them, this is going to hinder us even in trade. Imagine those people who go to China and get goods to come and sell back. Imagine those people who go to the UK and get things to come and sell right here in Kenya. Imagine how much they have to pay to the KRA. So this is going to hinder even us economically, and we are going to see a lag in our economy, because at the end of the day our watu ndio wanajenga economy. And this is so sad because now if you're a Kenyan and you're not allowed to come back to your country, even carrying gifts for your family members, how are you going to travel back to your country? It doesn't make sense. And I'm seeing, or watching what people are doing. I saw yesterday some girl, she's very young, and she has been living in Germany for the longest time, and she said that now I have heard people are boarding or are taking their flights from wherever you are to Uganda, and after that you take a bus to Nairobi, because there hakuna KRA mtapatana na wao. And at the end of the day, I think pia hizo courier services, the air flights and airways watapoteza kazi, watapoteza clients, because mimi siwezi expect ati hata simu yangu ni 75,000, now I have to pay extra 50,000 because I'm owning a phone that is worth 75,000. It doesn't make sense, and I feel like this is not right, but I don't know what you feel about it.
Personally, I say that is positive to see Kenyans being tired of being taxed at the international airport. I watched I think that video like 5 times. I loved how they were just passing by the offices, just flocking, just going. It was really, that is something positive, and this is why I'm asking if we can also talk about the countries, because it is really, really
we
crazy
can talk about it.
what
Let
is
me
happening
look
in
for
this
it.
country. And for so long, I think Africans have been so silent. So because the president has said, this Jew has said, what if it doesn't suit me, or it doesn't literally fit my pocket? Why can't you make it fair for everybody? You know, that is what I'm trying to understand. So personally, I feel it's a positive thing what Kenyans did yesterday at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and we need to see much more of that. We need to see, actually, no matter where you are as an African, understanding whatever is happening is corruption, because that is a mode of corruption, literally. How you overtaxing just products, and people are coming back and forth in the country, just like what Katie said. You're gonna lose jobs, and that is what is gonna happen. Literally, you're gonna lose money, and that is what is happening. If you have people now boarding all the way to Uganda and taking bus all the way to Kenya, and literally to Kenya they can just take a boat like Victoria, you know, then from Busia to the 254 Nairobi, the city, and that's it. So I hope they have learned something, and I hope this is gonna bring a change to the airport itself. That's my thought on it.
My thought about it is, I'm asking even myself, once these goods have already been left there, where do they actually go to? Who actually gets to own them? Because I have a good worth more than $500, and then niache hapo. Where does it go to, first and foremost? So this is actually, first of all, theft, number one. And then look at from the perspective of course, getting tax is okay. Getting tax is really, really okay. But, you know, and at the end of the day, we are the reason of the falling economy. And when I say we are the reason, I mean the person in charge. First and foremost, you can't be collecting tax in inappropriate ways that will lead to you not creating revenue for yourself. Since these foreigners are coming in to make you money, they're coming in to create you that much revenue, and you're chasing them away. In fact, Kenya, the funny part is, they always say, oh, I want to come to Kenya to see wildlife. Right now, we have a lot of people going to Tanzania and Uganda. They don't even opt to coming to Kenya because they actually see that Kenya is very, very expensive, even from the airport. It is super, super crazy, because you can't tell me, during December holidays, we have relatives outside the country. Mimi nitumane ama anilete kitu. It can't be worth than 50,000 shillings. It doesn't make sense at all. So that is another problem that it's gonna cause, and it's not okay. And one thing I loved about it is this is the power of Kenyans who are tired. You know, this is the power
of unity.
Exactly. When we say Kenyans are tired, we always say, you know, till Kenyans become tired, you'll see, or till Africans become tired, you'll see. I do believe once people are tired of being sat on, when people are tired of being exploited, they really come out. And this is an example. It is a small example, but imagine if it was not even only at the airport, and whatever is happening in the country, if we just march and come out like that, very furious and mad, we are like
things
things are gonna change if just we decide to come out. Because a tired person, if you look at the video, these people are uncontrollable. They even overflowed and overpowered the policemen who were there at the airport. And I do believe hata wafanye nini makanjo mapolisi, we are still like 10,000, you know, more than the police officers. So even if they release all the police officers in Kenya, and all Kenyans decide to come out, not to forget that these police officers are also Kenyans, then I believe we can actually change everything.
Yeah, we can. We can. The power of the unity. You know, unity is power. And I see Simon Wamukota in the building. Shout out to you. Anasema Bongo designer Matunda Mosbridge, Kakamega County, tuned in. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as we talk about now, the Kanjos are demolishing businesses, people's businesses, houses in Nairobi. This was a very bad thing, because you would just tell these people, move.
Yeah.
Why would you go on and demolish people's buildings? And this is something that they took their time to make, or maybe they put their money to construct this nini. It is so bad to see this, and it's you know, at the end of the day, this is the county government doing this, because the kanjos are employed by the county government. So if you are to blame somebody, it's not even the kanjo. The kanjo are doing what they are told to do.
But I have a problem. If you look at the, I don't know if you saw the video of KRA. If you compare the video of the kanjos demolishing the stalls, and how people now flocked past the police at the international airport, there's a difference. Okay, there's a difference of when you talk about the power of unity and also ignorance, or rather the fear agenda, which is also projected on a lot of African people. So what I've seen on both videos, like you're saying, the power of unity, you can see on the international airport, but on this one, it really made me mad. By the way, there's someone who's holding a stick over there, but he's just watching this kanjo demolish the building.
But you know, Labda, you know, what I felt about this, or what I picked about this, because these people were just watching the kanjos demolish.
Why?
And they were not even attacking the kanjos. It's like these people, they have been told to move for the longest time, and they have not been moving. I feel like this is what has been happening, because if these kanjos just woke up and decided to demolish their houses, those people would be furious.
You know, okay, it's you know why I'm saying, however much they people might have be beside the reason of, you can't just come and vandalize somebody's business and I'm watching. Put yourself in this situation. What if it was me? Would I love somebody watching my business getting demolished or getting vandalized? I wouldn't. I do believe the system of that, or rather the action that they took to demolish, was not right. And the people that were there maybe were scared. But again, ask yourself, kanja wananga bunduki? Right? Exactly. Why are people not fighting? And we are many. This is just one or even 10 kanjas. You want to tell me everybody in town cannot overpower these people?
You know, you have to look at it's very reasonable, because me, I have to, let's say if I've been because me, I remember this affected my dad, and actually they were not told. There is a difference of you being warned, and if they have been warned, also it comes with a caution, because we have a problem with this system where they want to, you've been here for like 10 years, but now because a new system is in, they want to change everything in the country. We've seen how many houses right now are being demolished, how many lands are being taken and claimed by Siju Watwata exist, so many currently, and we've been discussing throughout and towards the end of the year, literally. It is insane. And what actually there should be a process that should be created, or something that should be created safe aside for, at least ukiambia say toka hapa, kuna space umewachia, a business center that you've created for them, and you've ensured there's new stalls installed for them. This is your work. Okay, I've used money. I bought, unajua kubuy container ni pesa ngapi?
It's a lot.
Do you know how much is a container?
100,000.
Alafu unakuja hapa kunibomolea kazi. What should happen? Kama nimekuwa hapa for 10, like 5 years, hata kama ni 2 years, and I've purchased, it's my money. I never borrowed no loan from no one. I've invested. If you want to move me from here, you feel like this land is owned by 1, 2, 3, so, or rather the government want to expand 1, 2, 3 things, and at least ensure, Basi, you have a backup method to ensure these people's lives are not going to stop. Because once you see, me, I remember we were distracted so many times. A lot of times I couldn't maybe go to school because I have to go help my dad move his stuff. The next minute, the road wants to be extended. I'm like, what is always this? It's really, really heartbreaking, trust me. Especially on someone who a hustler. Someone who's literally on a truck. Hata hizi by shopping ya mwezi kwa nyumba. Stop playing with people's
I do agree with
hard work.
I do.
Literally the effort they're putting, man.
I do agree with you, because when there is like a backup plan, or when there is a plan, and I do believe this is the function, or this is the work of the government itself. So if these stores are not supposed to be here illegally, then they're supposed to be somewhere.
Exactly.
Where is that place?
Where?
Because
Exactly.
if you tell me first and foremost that Cheki, toka hapa,
Join that with
go
the
in that,
Kwamba.
get out of this place and go to that place. Why am I still so eager or so mad to actually stand at this place and I have a better place there? I just move. But you find that these people are actually going to be left here with of course their properties have been destroyed, meaning first and foremost they've undergone loss, a lot of loss, and the loss for, you know, the loss for an hustler is big, because hustler is somebody that lives maybe from hand to mouth, somebody that lives to on a daily basis, you know. It's not like CG a president or a governor or someone. This is a hustler. So at the end of the day, this person has undergone a loss, but even before they recover from this loss, there's going to be much more and much more. And it is super crazy because they are taking advantage. And yani Kenyans, I don't know why you guys are not seeing. I feel really bad that people are actually watching that. And how do you watch somebody getting, you know, it's, and then you have and then the worst part is the Kanjo doesn't even have a gun.
It's just a shocker.
I mean, what is happening? This is not a unified nation, and if we want to move with this kind of attitude, we are not going to be. We have to be our brothers' keepers if we want to move on one level. You know, I can't be actually. The problem is we like taking. If it's not affecting me, it's okay by my side. You know, if it is affecting you, that's not my problem. But also do remember, if I don't get, you don't eat. So it's nikusaidiana. If we don't see that importance, then we are going to still remain in processes where the government and somebody in charge is actually. And the worst part is, these kanjos, they don't live that good life. They're hustlers. You know, I have met a kanjo harassing a woman because of 20 shillings. Harassing, like literally, I'm like, why mbona and this woman was just selling things on the road. I'm like, mbona namkazia hivyo, unajua, only to realize it's for 20 shillings. It's not even worth it. Meaning if somebody can harass you for 20 shillings, this is somebody who is not living a well-off place or in a well-off standard. So you can imagine, yeye mwenyewe ni hustler kukushinda, na yeye akona right ya kuja kuvandalize your business.
You know, at some point also,
these people are just always being used.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what I had to say. At this point, I think with the police officers, kanjos, one, you're poorly paid by this system that is using you, like it is saying, you know, to come vandalize people's life. When you're a struggle in a hand-to-mouth situation,
Exactly.
the same way you're literally making maybe $1 or 200 a day, who are labda and I make literally $50 a day. Why come just terrorize me? Why can't we form unity and claim equality? Why can't we claim equality? If you feel like I'm more way better than you, let's strike, because me na feel like a siko position poor. One on a mini fiti, but me on a siko fiti. Because there are people who are well off. Okay, we have people who have stolen lots of funds that we were just from talking about, that are allocated for so many things and these kind of things, but won't literally be implemented. So personally, for me, I was angry with that video. Both videos have mixed reaction, like different reactions. There's the unity of power, which you can see what it is capable of, and you can see what ignorance and you have in fear what it can cost you. Because literally, kama hao ametoka JKI, mimi sijalipa shit.
Exactly.
I mean, nimehepa JKI literally without being taxed. Do you know how happy those people were? Basically, I'm so certain they were really happy.
Yeah.
Like they have been able, through the power of people, being able to move past the police officers. That is amazing. That is super
but
amazing.
look at it, even when you look at it from this perspective. Right now, tunaweza hama, what people can say, okay, I'll get the bus to work. You'll find also the KRA now going to what? The borders, you know, and where now people are coming to, you know, it's super crazy because they always find ways. But the only way possible for us to actually
But you know
overcome
the best thing in Uganda, they don't even check a lot of things. They just require the ID if you are African.
Alright, listen, they're coming from Uganda to Kenya or Tanzania or from which border they're coming into, right? They're using a bus, right? You'll find the KRA now seated, like the way they're now having their offices right now in the airports. They will even have their offices. It is so sad. Because first you'll say, okay, tutahama, they'll make, but if they want to get you, they will get you at any point. So all you have to do is stand still as a Kenyan, stand in unity to overcome all this. That is the only option.
Man, we need to start now being united as Africans or as Kenyans, because at the end of the day, we are the ones suffering right here. But I see Danny Harrison in the building. Shout out to you. You're saying, wow, Katie just knows that she looks fly with those space age glasses on. Yes, definitely. I know I look fly. And also Danny Harrison is saying it's basically boils down to this. He takes the loans, puts them in his pockets, and charges the fees pays to the general population.
Yeah.
And also Danny Harrison goes ahead and say is that that's the only way things that are ridiculous as this is going to stop. Hashtag Africa for Africans. And also Danny Harrison is saying that's one of the responsibilities of the government to project property if the government doesn't work in the best interest of the people, then it's to be overthrown and replaced with one that does. Yeah, of course. And it is not right to see the government coming to oppress its people, and these are the people who pays the government as well. So yesterday, this is something I mentioned early today in the morning about a person or someone called William Samvoy Ruto allegedly imports a Rolls Royce worth 75 million Kenyan shillings via JKI. The receipt is actually written. You know, I thought this was a blogger joking. The receipt is written William Samvoy Ruto. And an identified Kenyan called William Samvoy Ruto.
Now it had to be identified Kenyan.
Who
identifies him?
Has imported a Rolls Royce Phantom worth almost 75 million Kenyan shillings, even as millions of Kenyans complain of harsh economic times. Francis Gaido, a popular ex-user and social media commentator, has shared a photo of a Rolls Royce en route to JKIA from Heathrow Airport in the UK. And you know, the crazy part is William Samvoy Ruto. Oh, do you think what I'm thinking, guys?
Yeah.
Use the information as you
He's
can.
saying use that information.
Yeah.
Whatever you do with that information is up to you.
Use it, yeah. However you use that information,
Yeah.
use it. But again, look at now. This person must be very rich. Number one, having a Rolls is not cheap. And personally, I don't know if I've never seen, apart from on videos, and I've never seen in Kenya.
What do you mean?
I've never seen a Rolls in Kenya. Yeah, it's there, but I've never seen personally. Sijaiona. Oh, this is yes. I've seen it on videos. Okay, I've seen it on videos, which is okay. But you have to find that this person who actually has a name that resembles somebody we know must be very rich. And then first and foremost, mbona huyo vlogger anasema identified. You know, I keep on asking. Unidentified.
Yeah.
With a like
unidentified.
They don't know.
They don't know him.
All right.
He's anonymous.
Now, you know, it's crazy. It's just use the information. That's all I can say. I mean,
manze. I'm going through the comments and I'm like,
I think it's let's connect with Tinubu, you know. From there, just connect the dots. You know, I need this for protection. You know, some car bullets for my wife. You know, I need a yacht. You know, while we have Nigerians striking, it's the same thing. Kenyans are here demonstrating, complaining about the cost of living, left, right, and center. But this is what we get. You know?
It's crazy. Shout out to Samvoy. Yeah.
Danny Harrison wrote, and I will just take his quote again, or his thought earlier. The second, he says it basically boils down to he takes the loans, put them in his pocket, and charges the fee to the general population.
I mean,
use that rightly too.
Manze, and he actually says that that's 500 million of the people's money.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But shout out to Samvoy. Show us your ways. Samvoy, manze. You know, you must be rich. You need to show us your ways. And how comes? I hope this guy is heavily taxed.
I hope so.
I hope it's heavily taxed. But
yeah, because
anyway.
it's coming from wait, what? Has anyone thought about that?
Yeah, of course it's that.
I hope it's
okay.
heavily taxed. But shout out to Sir Wallace in the building. Karibu sana Wallace. And thank you very much for joining us. And as we continue, as we continue, yesterday was an anniversary for Hustler Fund. Hustler Fund apparently
was it yesterday, really?
It was when?
Not really. I think on Monday.
Okay, Hustler Fund has reached already a year.
Yeah.
He's already 1 year old, and President Ruto had called for a meeting and had called Kenyans to come for a Hustler Fund event.
Organization.
And President Ruto arrived at 10 a.m. for the Hustler Fund event.
Yeah.
There was no one to be addressed.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
He was taken into the holding room to wait for DC and his chiefs to mobilize people by paying them to enter.
Uh-huh.
But still, the dome was empty. I
I
saw
wanna
people.
see the
this
picture,
was
Kenji.
when
Let me see.
You can search this name on
Oh my
TikTok.
God, it is
I was
so
going through the comment section of that post, and people were like, "I am a witness. I was paid 2,000.
Oh,
Yes,
damn.
I was given 500
To come in
to come in, but now I needed the money, but not to go and listen to the madness." Yeah, people were like, I was given the money. Our chief came looking for young people
To
They
attend.
for young people to attend. And now, after even paying people 2,500, 1,000, very few turned up for the event.
Kenyans are woke, Katie. That's it. And Kenyans are actually seeing what is happening. They will act. What I like is when Kenyans are tired, they'll act. You'll just see from the actions. After nobody will tell you. And I keep telling people every day, oh, don't wait to be told by somebody. Go and act. Act mpaka hata ikushike affect personally, then you'll get the importance of acting.
I feel
People have actually seen hustlers is a lie.
Sure.
First name hustler is already a lie because this doesn't stand for any hustler. The 500 shillings you have given will never help a hustler to start a business. Number one, the interest you're taking is much, and the hustler personally is for somebody. It's like a private parastatal, and stuff like that. So because it's not government owned, definitely it belongs to somebody. And people are actually seeing what is happening, and Kenyans are acting. People will go definitely because I don't have money, and the lifestyle right now is high. I need the money, so this 2,000 is gonna help me. But again, after taking, don't go. Are they going to come for your 2,000, get in? Come for your 2,000 as you get in. I don't know if that is the case.
Yeah, so I was going through the comment section. So I see Davis is saying, mi pia ni mkale, lakini kusema tu kweli. He actually tags Ruto without no shame. Ametuchosha.
Yeah.
Amesema umetuchosha. But what I'm sure of is that Raila is the worst. That is what he says. But anyway, yeah. And
wait, pause. Okay, just pause. This is something I asked on Friday when we were discussing the Pan-African Diary, and I questioned with the cost of living, because this is the same thing which happens in every African country. And I'll give with our very own. I saw the celebration that was being held for Ruto by Kalenjins.
Yeah.
We've seen how Kalenjins, shout out to this lady who's very damn, I'm gonna call you, okay, saying, Kenyans are always hating when a president from another tribe has won. Yes, he's our very own. Calais for once have taken it. I'm like, right now, are you as Calais being favored because of the cost of living? He just said it. That's a question I asked last Friday, and now finally we've gotten the answer. So at least it's very evident that no tribalistic nonsense that plays or comes along with these presidents. They don't care if you come from their tribe. They're gonna do what they're expected to do, and that is to ensure your life is a living hell. What you're facing right
So
now.
you as a Kenyan,
What?
you're the one that is being used.
Yeah.
Literally, when you
I
come
think-
and say
I think-
stupid things like,
Do you know?
I'm
Wait, he
challenging.
says Ruto is the worst. I don't know if this guy's thinking from the
Raila is
tribalistic
the worst.
mentality.
Of course. He's saying I am
I'm
Kalenjin.
Kalenjin.
He has started.
He's
I am
tribal.
Kalenjin. So this shows personally
Raila is the
that first and foremost, of course, you are the one that is being used. You coming out as a Kenyan to speak from a perspective of tribal, then you are the one that is being used, because at the end of the day, Kalenjins are still taxed. They still have really weird roads. People are still having the same struggle. Nobody's special.
schools
So if
even.
you want to say,
Do they have
oh,
schools?
these Luos cannot make it, let us suffer with our own person, instead of us focusing on the better ways to have better leaders together. Because if we have situations like your Kisi, your Luo, your Kalenjin, then we are not moving on the right direction.
Yes.
Totally. We are the one being used and we are the one being puppets, literally.
And to another comment, this person said, I swear to my dead mom, I witnessed this. People were paid 500. Also, somebody asked if elections could be. I wonder if elections could be done now. How many votes do you think Ruto will gain? I don't think even people will go to vote, and also.
But now, even if they don't go, the results will still come for whoever they want to put there. You know, it's crazy.
And also, somebody said I was given 500 twice, but I still left after taking the money.
I think maybe walikuwa napewa kwa gate.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense. If you don't want the money, you just take a door. But because you are now already in, unatoka ukiendea tena. Unatoka ukiendea
New
tena.
faces.
I know.
And also, his wife could have performed magic and made people appear from hell.
Yeah, why not?
Well, that personally, I feel like that is something positive. I'm not going to report it as a negative thing because when we had the Asla Fund launched, we've seen the negative effect of it. Literally, I remember there's this mama who said, we had an interview, I think we did an outdoor show about it, and we asked people how did the Asla funds, how they helped you.
Yeah.
Na nakumbuka kuna wenye walisema, kama you can remember you guys from the Mahindi Choma place.
Yeah.
Like me, I used to buy unga. Me, I went to G to buy, like I needed the money to just do some shopping for my house, do a few things, add on my capital. It's not literally
And then not paid.
out of my business and everything, and I have no money to pay back because I don't even have a job. So I can say this is an opportunity I've given for people to help themselves at that point when they needed it. But right now, majority of us cannot even be able to pay back the money because it's not even of any profit to us as citizens. The hustler is our very own introduction of hustler funds. So he really knows how to hustle. With the wheelbarrow, he's really collecting it, you know.
You know, that image was very good for me. I saw like a woke nation.
Yeah.
I saw like a very good image because if now people are not attending these meetings, he definitely know that umetuchosha.
Exactly.
You know, he's seeing it and he's seeing that the country is tired of
He
him.
doesn't care.
He doesn't
He
care.
doesn't care because this is the same person who said.
But the attitude of the people is
It's-
right, you
it's
know.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Because this is the same person. I remember the governors and the senators came to him and told him, you need to change. We need to change the economy. And these are people from the UDA. His people, all right. And they told him, we need to change this and this because it's bringing even problems when we go to the streets or we go back to the places where we were chosen, and people are like having a negative attitude with us. We need to change. And he said, it's not all the time that you're supposed to be a popular face or a popular person. You know, sometimes you need to be unpopular to actually, you know, make your point. And I'm like, all right, so people talking and people doing all that attitudes and everything doesn't actually affect him because he says, I don't like even to be popular.
But then on job by the end of the day is not being affected.
He's not bothered, but
that's
now
true.
the attitude of the people towards him, that is what is right. You know,
He's a dictator.
no, the attitude of the people, you know, sometimes, you know, just like the way they said they are not going to attend the meeting, that is how they will boycott a lot of things he says. And sometimes you will find people now with that attitude, they will go to the streets and demonstrate about something, and now he has to change everything
Exactly.
because he doesn't. But if this attitude of the people continues like
He should
this,
be scared.
he will be scared.
And it needs to even not be the attitude, it needs to be action. Action. Let's not argue on attitude.
He should be cautioned because I believe this actually, personally, I feel like there could come to maybe in the next 3 years or 4 years, either it's going to be on the seat, but I'm certain in the next 10 years, I don't think Kenyans are going to be able to tolerate this anymore. I think it's becoming very toxic. TikTok is really giving a lot of information that we won't see on the news.
Yeah.
I've seen personally elderly people expressing themselves, wanaongea na uchungu, yani unaangalia tu mzazi vile anaongea, you really feel the pain. It's like, man, we thought we did put a young person who's gonna attend. How old is Ruto again?
58.
Okay, not really old, but I remember there's this guy who says there's this elderly man who was saying that, you know, we put someone who's younger than us on the seat thinking is going to change things, and of course because he will understand the position of especially our kids,
Yeah.
minding the fact that he also has children and maybe grandchildren, but he was very disappointed. He expresses his disappointment. I saw another one complaining about how the cost of living, they were promised, we've been promised, of course, and they keep on saying it. He keeps on saying it. Without me, Kenya would not be this better. I mean,
She's 56.
what? He is 56.
Yeah, he's 56.
I mean, there's revolution. I think personally, it should be the next call for Africans, no matter where we are, especially the 4 states that are jumps off, which we know that literally promote a lot of what is going on in the rest of the African countries. I'm talking about South Africa, Kenya, Ghana.
They are now being called the pilot countries.
Wallahi.
Yeah.
Yeah, pilot countries
By who?
by the UN.
Oh, okay. All
The African pilot countries.
Oh my
Nice. Take off.
Well, shout out to Jadidi in the building, and also I see Jerome Mosquito is saying Wagwan, my people. Wagwan. Shout out to Kidi saying actually Shmani action. Yeah, it's action at the end of the day, but also the attitude and the aggressiveness towards the government, it's gonna save us a lot. But anyway, moving away from that, I have seen this, and I have seen this few minutes ago. And this is about KDF recruits being beaten to death at KDF training school.
Where do you get this news?
In the news sites.
News sites. Somebody will talk about it, however much. However much.
Imagine in these KDF training schools,
Yeah.
we have trainees or we have recruits being beaten to death. Can you imagine? This is so insane. You're training me, and now you can know that the training is not good.
It's not.
This is why these people come out here with an animal-like attitude.
Exactly. Because this is somebody who has been beaten close to death. What are you trying to tell this person? The other day, and not even that, I was reporting about, was it yesterday morning? 3 were found dead, shot dead in a KDF farm. Alright? And what is happening is that the KDF farm, after harvest, I think they leave stuff there, right? So, like 3 people were there, and they went to pick them. And without even negotiation or even talking, they were shot dead by the KDF. So you see how these people are really, really careless. From the first of all, if you want to know, the Kenya defense is very corrupt. The people I know of people who are in charge, and what they do is when because this has happened in my people close to me. Ukimaliza form 4, once you're done with form 4 and you don't want to go to college, they always just tell you, hey, unataka kuingia KDF. No, it's Kenya Defense, not NYS. Unataka kuingia KDF. All right. Get me like 50,000, give me 200,000, give me 300k, and let me put you in. Unajua. And you find this person is really small, very tiny. You go to like, this is not even qualified to be a soldier. If they're looking at height, because there is a height they need, there is the type of body they need, and everything that they check. It's all about the money. So meaning even the criteria of choosing these people is wrong. You find somebody is so weak to be in the KDF, was taken there through bribes. All right. Now during even training, they can't manage because they got in through uncouth ways. And again, also the criteria that these people use to train people. Let us also check. KDF is like umeingia jela yenyewe. Unajua, you're going there to protect yourself and protect people and learn how to protect people, but you're going into a real prison where you're tortured just to actually prove a point that you can be a soldier.
This military training, man, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
These people died on Saturday night of internal bleeding as a result of beating.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Now they beat them up to a point they are dying, and we still want soldiers.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense. This is so sad, and this camp should be investigated, and whomever was responsible for this should be arrested.
And imagine they always go away with it. So
They should be charged with murder. This is not first class murder, of course, but they should be charged with murder because these people, they died out of injuries they obtained from the beating. Can you imagine beating somebody to a point they are getting internal bleedings and they die to them? And this is not one person, 4 soldiers.
Definitely,
And,
internal bleeding is not just right now. It has taken time. It has piled and piled and piled, and that is what has happened. It is crazy. So
Well-
meaning they've been facing all this harshness.
Well, I think this all goes back to the system, the creation of the system again, where we don't have, should I say, proper laws, that need to be followed in majority of these sections or organizations. That is super, super wrong, and I believe justice actually should be prevailed for the family of those who have died or the victims. It's super, super wrong, and actually, like we've seen today, where the traffic police officers have been disarmed.
Disarmed.
Disarmed. The same should also follow with these training forces. Like there should be laws that should be followed when it comes to training. Because also for me, I had a friend, not really KDF, but NYS.
Yeah.
She ran away because of such kind of treatment. You're a woman, but you've literally been handled like a man.
There is no favorism in those places. They treat you like a man. You went for military training, you are treated like a military, like a soldier.
No.
And my brother used to tell us during military training, people would fall and die.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to look back.
You go.
You are not allowed even to check what's wrong with this person, or maybe he has just fainted, he's out of
So
air.
bad.
You are not allowed. Continue with whatever you are doing. Continue with your business.
Because if you become easy, Kate, you also you're going to war.
Yeah.
The moment you look behind you, the
Distraction.
next target, you die.
So that's distraction.
Yeah, exactly. So that is what they're trying to. But I do believe there's supposed to be a way. Plus, you find there's favorism. Kuna tu wengine wabaya tu. They want to treat you badly. They lay, and then there's this kiburi that comes with authority. So I do believe also these people that train these people, if you don't even get a way to bribe them personally in there, they're not nice to you, because that is just like a school, and it's a hard school. So it is super, super crazy.
It is
and of course, to
crazy.
all the soldiers, man, sometimes you say, they're crazy people, but again, understand where they come from.
Yeah,
And,
the
yeah,
training
the
and the
training
torture.
and the
It's like the
torture.
mental
It
torture.
has actually destroyed
Their minds.
and they've become like insane. It is crazy. But
Yeah.
personally, why soldiers know for me? Oh.
They go through like a mental torture.
I think they have a very short temper.
Yeah.
Because we've seen so many cases of KDF who have literally either jealous.
Yeah.
Ooh, jealousy.
Yeah,
These people.
yeah, exactly.
God damn.
They kill partners. For jealousy.
Partners. So many cases we've seen, and I think this explains why we had this guy recording his mom dying.
Yeah.
Because of such a lack of remorse in yourself.
Yeah.
How do you record your mom dying? Like who shares your phone? I say my daddy.
Is he a
He
KDF?
was not so. He was not a soldier.
It's a name.
It's called a Raja soldier, but it's
Oh.
like it's a Gormaya man. His name
Poleni,
is-
man.
He was a called soldier, by the way.
Misinformation.
Yeah, he was that name soldier.
Yeah,
Very
but anyway,
careful.
Kim is saying exactly 100% lol. Pilot countries. Yeah, nowadays they are being called the pilot. The UN is calling them the pilot countries.
Take off, man.
Yeah, you need to adopt. Kenya is a pilot country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on the
And
top.
also, I see Kido saying, are they the Maigata Shmani? Joby was telling Kamlesh she wanted to date a Migat yesterday.
Oh, please, kid. I didn't say that, man.
What Migat?
Why you lying? They show people.
Okay.
The little people. Yeah, man. No.
Would you?
No,
Joby.
soldiers are not Migats. You cannot get into that into
you're
the
short.
army if you're short.
The height matters.
Have you seen a little man in the no? They are little, yeah. Little men are not allowed in the army. But anyway, as we get,
Oh, no.
You
Ah!
say it. You.
I know the story.
Not dated. It was not a midget, sort of, but it was like a
Medium. Or short knees.
like
Kiwe.
kinda, but it looks short. And then alikuwa kwa gari, so it's a first date and it was a blind date. So tumekaa kwa gari, time ya kushuka tushafika, base ya kushuka lazima tushuke manze.
Na hiyo height yako yote.
And I'm in heels, and he was in the car, and he didn't get off the car. So we are supposed to go for this lunch, and the worst part ni huko juu. Oh my God! And it was a crazy.
Embarrassment of the year.
Oh,
But
that's
as we get to wrap up with our show for today, there's this UDA MP Gathoni wa Moshomba that says that the affordable housing by the government is a scheme of land grabbing. That is what she
Repeat,
says. Gathoni wa Moshomba, she's a parliamentarian, says that the affordable housing by the government is a scheme of land grabbing.
Exactly, I do agree with her because first and foremost, people are paying for these houses. All right, we have the housing levy, which was first of all called off, annulled by the court, which is a lie because I hope annulling it means there is no conversation. Washapitia and
They
it's like
declared
that.
it illegal.
All right. I hope it's not a discussion that is going to be opened again in court, and because the court always does this.
But did you see after that the president went
said,
ahead and said that you continue taking the housing levy. If you don't,
stop,
you're going to face the consequences.
and I'm like, the court has already said it's annulled, it's illegal, and you're telling people to continue doing the same thing, and the court has declared, meaning that there is another chance. This is why I always say one thing. The courts of Kenya are very crazy. They'll say, oh, this is illegal, let's discuss it in the court, and then after discussion we'll ask, oh, it's not illegal, you know. So it's just a way to make sure, or to unajua kuchezea wa Kenya akili, play with their mind to tell them the court is really working and it's with Kenyans. But again, who chooses the high court judge? Who?
The president.
Exactly. So at the end of the day,
it changed everything.
It is the government. So the court is the government, and if the government wants the house levy, it's gonna work. This is just a distraction to lie to Kenyans that the court is actually having our back. We saw this even with the budget, right? This happened, and all that has been happening. So at the end of the day, when they said it is annulled, and look at now people being house tax, all right? Hazijaanza kujengwa, unakatwa, si ndio? Remember, you already have a home, all right? You already have a home, ulipi rent, umejenga, bado utakatwa juu unafanyaga government. You'll still be cut. And look at the people who will still be cut these taxes for years and years and years, and then later they even plan to build their own houses. They want to be there to see these houses, and then you want to tell me the Kenyans themselves that are going to find these houses, built, are they going to be living for free?
No.
Of course they're going to be paying, right? So what are we paying for if Kenyans actually already were taxed to build these lands? I do believe if you want to say it's house levy, then they're supposed to be free.
Which are these lands are they building on? This is what Gathoni wa Moshomba is actually asking, and also she's like questioning where these lands are found, where the government will be building. And this is I saw family yesterday on TikTok complaining about Ruto demolishing their house.
Yeah.
And they say that he demolished their house for a project, for his project.
It's crazy, man.
And this is on their land.
Yeah.
And they were not given any notice that they are living on somebody's land.
It's crazy.
They just saw a go down and that's it.
Yes, yeah, you sure?
For me, I've come to
Land
understand
grabber.
something with Africa, and this is why Africans are scared. And if the thing called the gun just disappeared from the continent, which you can see how people will literally be brutalizing or even go rowdy on these presidents or politicians, literally. Because if I try to look at this, it's either you're threatened, because why you're not even cautioned about your house being demolished, unaambiwa toka immediately. And were they compensated?
No.
See, this is the power of this.
The house was demolished while they were inside.
gun.
They are just waking up and a go down is demolishing their house. Imagine you're waking up to a go down demolishing your house.
I won't say much, man.
Imagine.
It's just so sad.
Imagine. But anyway, I see Kivi saying damn money and the migat, amigat. Is it amigat or
He was
migat?
not. He was disabled.
Midgets. Anyway,
Yeah, but
whatever,
he was
man.
not a little man. He was walisema pia tusiwaite nini, not dwarf. He was not a dwarf. Tusiwaite like a
Disabled.
Disabled. I don't know the name to use.
He's a person with no,
But
it's
that
really-
is
they don't want.
rude.
Yeah, that is rude.
But you understand.
Persons with
Yeah.
There's some other name, but anyway, my people, I see kid is asking.
One of them. I don't know. General Mosquito is the one that taught us that.
Yeah, Shmani and Katie, would you date her?
No.
Would you make love to her?
Really?
Never.
Oh, me, I can't believe how. Oh my God. I'm
And,
picturing a lot of things. The smaller the.
The longer the tail.
But the
I
shorter
say
the
so.
monkey, the longer
I
the
say
tail.
so.
Plus, it's short. Not.
Oh, Kalimo Shanga.
But anyway, kid is saying damn sounds like Ghana people just stealing your land. Very true. It's just happening all over the continent, man. So it's so crazy. But anyway, family, we are coming to the end of our show for today. Happy December. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself. Enjoy your weekend. Hope to see you on Monday.
Yes, family, thank you so much for those who have been with us from Monday. Have yourself a beautiful weekend and take care of yourself. Much
It
love.
doesn't end there for me. Of course, see you guys tonight on the show.
Much love, family.
Yeah, much love. And for those who shall be catching this on a replay, kindly ensure you also give your sentiments and enjoy the show.
Kwaherini, my people.
When they do power.